Well, I see that you have doubled down on your deception by another inauthentic apology plagiarized from one Vanilla Ice. Quite famous. I mean, so how bold. What's the name of your podcast? I Hate the Internet or I Hate Sincerity? Come on, fellas, get your shit together.
Checking. I hate the internet. 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 Welcome to I Hate the Internet, the only podcast dedicated to hating the internet. My name is Tyrell Hartman.
And I'm Kevin Klateman.
And today on I Hate the Internet, we received another voicemail from the same person, and essentially they accused us this time of sampling our explanation of why we didn't sample South Park in the last one from the time that Vanilla Ice talked about sampling his record and sample that he used for the song Ice Ice Baby to then sample. He got that from Queen and David Bowie, but then he explained it, and they said that our explanation was exactly the same as his explanation. And I'm just really tired of people accusing us of these things. It's completely different.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back and listen to it, he says we sampled it from him, but it's not the same bass line, and we say we sampled it from him, but it's not the same bass line. So as you can see, there's a difference there.
Very clear.
He says same blank bass line, and we say same bass line, and so you can see the difference there. Same blank bass line, same bass line.
Yeah,
it's the difference. It's pretty easy.
It's on a recording, dude. I don't know why you're calling us up. We can prove this. I don't know what you think this is, but we have evidence and we can support it. And so, look, I'm just going to play the differences for you. Listen to this.
We sampled them from him, but it's not the same bass line. Like it goes ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding. Ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. That's the way theirs goes. Ours goes ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding. Ding, 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 diggy, ding, ding.
And now listen to ours.
We sampled it from him, but it's not the same bass line.
We sampled them from him, but it's not the same bass line.
We sampled it from him, but it's not the same bass line.
We sampled them from him, but it's not the same bass line.
We sampled it from him, but it's not the same bass line.
We sampled them from him, but it's not the same bass line.
We sampled it from him, but it's not the same bass line.
We sampled them from him, but it's not the same bass line.
We sampled it from him, but it's not the same bass line. We didn't steal anything.
I didn't steal anything.
I didn't. Well, we only sampled, which is different from stealing.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Why does everybody think that it's the same thing?
Right. You don't have to sample. If you sample, you don't have to give it back. And I could see. Well, wait. You take it, but you just take part of it, and that's what sampling is.
You take something that isn't yours and you make it yours, and then it becomes yours.
Let's do here's a quick analogy. Like here, if a stealing would be like if you went to Target and just took a video game. A sample would be like if you just went to Target and just like cut the video game in half and took part of it and then left with it. And that's what we did.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you walk into a 7-Eleven and you buy a candy bar and then it becomes yours, then you're buying that candy bar, but essentially that candy bar still belongs to the store because it's exactly the same. But if I go in and I take that candy bar and maybe I put some peanut on it, and then that candy bar, I've changed that candy bar, and therefore now it's mine because I've created a new thing.
Right. See, like, here's an example. The other day I went to the gas station and I took a butcher's knife with me, and I just got a can of soda from the refrigerators that they have in there, and I just cut that can of soda in half and took took half of it and put the other half back. And then when I was done with it, I took, just to replace the part that I used later because I drank that half. I went to a King Soopers, did the same thing, took half of a Pepsi and returned that half to the gas station so that it was a net gain for them even. I invented a cure for cholera using Coca-Cola, and I called it Coca-Cola. And see, that isn't, they tried to get mad at me for stealing the name, but as you can see, there's a difference there, and that the ending of the word is different than how it ends if you just say Coca-Cola. So, and then at the end, when I was done giving the cure to everyone, and now it's over, it doesn't exist anymore, I gave them the words back of the beginning of it, and now it's just called Ura.
And essentially, what happened is they stole from you, and now they owe you money.
Right, exactly. And that's why I'm suing them. And my lawyer and I are working on that right now, actually.
Your lawyer, but we just real quick, we want to be real clear that our lawyer is not Mike Sawaya when we say lawyer.
No. Yeah, of course. I'm glad you brought that up, actually, because a lot of people think that our lawyer is Mike Sawaya, even though it's not actually him. We're just sampling him. So, yeah. I mean, they think that, well, we're using him as our lawyer, but that's not the case.
So essentially, we're just sampling lawyers, because if you have a lawyer, but that lawyer isn't willing to represent you, but then you decide to just use his name as representation anyway, to have this lawyer that isn't a lawyer, but you have his name, you've then therefore made a new lawyer. And really, it's pretty self-explanatory at this point.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Hi, this is the Oregon Youth Line, a place where teens can talk to teens. If you are having a medical emergency right now, please hang up and dial 911. Otherwise, we'd love to talk to you. Just know that this call may be monitored or recorded by a supervisor to make sure you get the best help possible. Please stay on the line. We want to be there to help you, and we'll be with you as soon as possible.
You signed this.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm good. Well, I've been better, actually. I was calling,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was accused of something that I didn't do.
I'm sorry. That's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me more. So, and you're feeling
Like sad face, maybe
Okay.
angry face.
So I want to just start out by checking in and finding out, are you feeling sad face like I'm going to kill myself, or angry face like I want to hurt someone else, or less than that?
I'd say less than that.
Okay. So tell me what happened. Tell me what's going on.
So I run this podcast, and we did episode about cryptocurrency. Do you know anything about cryptocurrency?
I do not.
So we went through and we bought cryptocurrency. There's all kinds. There's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, there's Ripple,
Okay.
Bitcoin Cash,
Okay.
Litecoin, EOS, Cardano, Stellar, Neo. We bought Nano.
Okay.
And then as soon as we bought it, we lost all of our money. And then we said, and it's gone. And then a listener to our podcast called in and said that we stole that from a South Park episode.
Huh. That's silly.
Yeah, we didn't steal it from the South Park episode, because what we actually said was, and it's a gone. And what the South Park episode said was, and it's gone.
Well, and either way, they're just words that people say.
But then it got even further because then when we said that, we kind of explained how we did it. And then they said that we stole the explanation from Vanilla Ice from when he did an interview. He said that he was accused of stealing his bass line, Ice Ice Baby, from Queen. And then he explained that he didn't steal the bass line because his went dun 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 dun, and theirs went dun 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 dun. And so his was different. And so then they accused us of actually stealing that explanation as well.
Huh. Okay. And so that's the thing that you've been accused of, and it bothers you quite a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty upsetting.
Yeah. Tell me about that. Tell me about how you feel upset. Like, tell me more about that.
I just don't like it when people think that I have like ulterior motives and that I'm stealing things, because I'm not stealing things. I'm a creative type and I'm original and I like to think of things on my own, and maybe I'm inspired by something, you know. It's like it's difficult, you know.
Interesting. I mean, I'm sort of interested in how, because it sounds like you're pretty frazzled by this whole thing. You're really, this is really spinning you around. And I wonder, is this the first time you've had a comment that made you feel like, I'm sort of curious about that. Is it because you feel like this is particularly threatening, or is it, like, I wonder, is it the first time anyone said anything negative about your podcast?
No.
Yeah, so I wonder what it is about this that's making you so upset.
Most comments are negative.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody really likes our podcast.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I do think that people like to cause... humans are animals, and we, as animals, are always on the lookout for danger. And when we don't see danger, we often will create danger because it makes us feel safe to have a danger we can identify.
Like human hybrid chimera animals?
Pardon?
Like human hybrid chimeras?
Not sure about that. But maybe. So tell me, can you tell me what your name is? I don't know your name.
My name is Kyle.
Kyle. So,
Kalinsky.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a thing that could help you through your feelings, Kyle, because I can tell you seem upset. Who do you talk to when you're, do your parents feel like good resources for you?
I talked to my my podcast co-host.
Okay. And is your podcast co-host on the same page with you about this?
Well, I'm with him right now, actually. I'm the co-host of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I try to console him and try to just say, like, it's not a big deal, because I, for one, do the podcast for artistic reasons, and he really wants the podcast to be successful and to be famous.
But you're the one who stole. It was your idea to steal in the first place.
Well, it wasn't stealing, it was sampling.
You made us steal it in the first place.
No, I didn't. I made us sample it, yeah.
So really, this is your fault.
Well, it's not my fault that you had to agree to sample it first.
Yeah, but then I said...
Are you guys... I'm going to just interrupt for a second and ask you, are you feeling worried about... I just want to get a sense of what your worry is about. Like, are you worried about legal repercussions? Are you worried about your personal integrity? Are you worried about... Like, I'm not 100% sure what the concern... what the concern is. Will you just tell me?
Wow, that's a deep question.
I think for me, I'm not. I'm worried about possibly getting sued or just my podcast what do you call it? Reputation getting ruined in the podcast community.
But that's what I said, and then you said that it was okay. You didn't care about that.
No, I don't care about that.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys are making a thing, and as like with everyone, you're a part of a community. You probably have bits of scraps of all kinds of stuff in your head that you're intentionally or unintentionally kind of quoting. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the podcast, so I'm not 100% sure the extent to which it seems like you've, sampled other people's work. But it's my guess and I don't know for sure, that it's my guess that this is not an uncommon thing, that people casually say things like, I don't know, what did you say? That's the end of it? Or I don't remember what you said.
No, I think you're right. I think sampling is extremely common in podcasting world.
Yeah, it seems extremely common. So I don't see, my guess is that you probably don't have a huge legal concern about this. I think that people like to stir stuff up, right? Like that's what we like to do. We like drama. It's very comforting to us.
Well,
it sounds like your commenter did a good job of creating drama.
Yeah.
That's actually helpful. I think you turned my frowny face into a smiley face.
Oh, good. That makes me happy. Yeah, it's okay. And there's nothing wrong with drama, but it's good to remember that it's, this is created drama.
Yeah.
Right? This is like fabricated. This is drama we're fabricating because drama feels good in a weird way.
Thank you.
And you can engage in it if you want to. You could do a podcast about how you feel about this guy's comments and about sampling and about, this whole thing if you want to, or not. Or you could just step out of it, whichever thing feels better.
You know what? I think we'll do that.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm glad that you're smiley face now. Yeah.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye.